In Trent View, there's 2,000 Handy Carp fish. It's the same strain as Ladywood, so you'd expect some beautiful scalies. Hi guys, welcome to Trent View Fishery. We're here at the weekend for the Iain Macmillan tutorial. I'm going round to a peg to go do about casting, rigs and solid bags, but I've already spotted some mix out, so when I come round the fish will be on my spot. Already Dad's had a fish, a 12.5 pound, stunning common. Well done Dad, here are some pictures. Well done Dad, what a great fish that was. We're going to go join Iain now to do some casting.
So line up as you would going to normally cast as if there wasn't 14 people watching you. Yeah. You've only got little fingers, haven't you? So you just cast normally as you would as if all the people weren't here. Right, so straight away, because he's only little, 2 pounds, by you using one finger like that, you have to pull the line back. It's obviously a big pit reel for a start, the spool's extended. So if you were to put 3 fingers, you see what's that done? That's brought your finger closer to, so that, you know when you're feeling it down, which you do, you're then doing it with one hand, so you're having to move your hand. So what you really want to be doing is well, as soon as you look at that reel, you take your eye off your spotter. You take your eye off the lead, you then concentrate on the reel. So, in an ideal world, if you want to do it all with your right hand, you never take your eye off that lead. Because if you weren't fishing on a cliff, say you moved onto some showing fish, and you've lined up where they are, you cast, as soon as you take your eye off your lead, you're not knowing how to feel it, because if you just let it plummet in, you're going to spook the fish on. So really, you want to be keeping your eye on the lead, so as it's coming on its downward curve, you can then slow and trap it. But you want to do all that with one hand. So if you watch my hand, ignore my stance, how I hold it. If you watch my hand, don't watch the lead. Right, so look. Slowing. I haven't taken my eyes off that lead once, and I'm doing everything with my right hand. So I haven't then got to do that and slop it like that. I'll see a lot of people doing that. They'll come around with the left hand and slow it and trap it with the left hand. Well, as soon as you do that, you've taken your eye off that lead. That's the problem. Yeah? So I think, because you had the spool out like that, with your little finger, when you're pulling that back, you have 2 and 1, 2 and 2, and you have a... So that, see what I mean? You've got, even with my fingers, which are bigger than yours, I can't really get me, I can't get my finger on the spool to stop it. See what I mean? So by moving your whole hand up to a 3 and a 1, you're moving that finger up straight away, aren't you? So you can control everything with your right finger, your right hand. And never take your eye off that ledge, yeah? Go again. Try and be mindful to keep the rotor in. Like that. See how the rotor's now down, isn't it? And always have your drop about on your spigot. I'd have it a touch, a touch lower, James. The lower the drop, the more you can press the rod behind your back. If you have a short drop, that's when you fire them in low, and if your drop's too long, that's when you fire them high. So I've always found anywhere around the spigot is the optimum position. If you're going to spod, I always tend to spod with the spod about here by the butt ring. Because it's braid, it's a bit more savage on your finger, you want to have a slightly lower drop. Does that feel weird, James?
Yeah, it does.
Just have a few casts. But it looks far more controlled from here. See what I mean? See how you think, look where your finger is. See what I mean? You're controlling everything. And until I open my mouth, you never took your eye off that leg, did you? It's still going down, isn't it? See what I mean? So you were more in control with just one hand. You haven't got to move your hands at all now. It sounded like a better cast.
The new grip was really weird, but I got used to it. But I think I had it mastered, but probably I need some more practice.
I've got that on camera. Did you? Epic.
Pallet. The mix is quite important. You can put whatever you want into your mix, but as long as it's not bigger than 2 mil, because then that way you're not allowing air to get trapped between the pellets. So if you use big chunks of boilie and 4 and 5 mil pellets, your bags are going to be quite soft. They're that tight because they're only sort of 1 mil.
No grubbers.
Yeah, yeah. But you can put anything. You can crumb boilies up through a blender. You can put base mix in. You can put whatever you want in. As long as it's small, that's how you get them compressed. So you have the pallet on a bit of an angle, and you lower the rig, and you basically put the hook bait in the corner and the hook. You see how you can see now that's the hook is flat and the hair is separate. So basically that's sitting how you would expect that rig to sit on the bottom. So the hair hasn't gone around the hook, and then you use the V and the Johnny like so. Just keep your finger on it, and then you just put enough mix in to cover the hook bait, like so, and then lower the lead just into the middle of the bag, like that, yeah? Cover to the top of the tail rubber with pallet. Don't be scared of it, you know, that's why these bags are good, because they're quite robust. Pull the Johnny out, and then just get your baiting needle. Don't push that too far in, because it's a braided hook link. Obviously if you push it too far, you catch it, it's going to pull them. But just, and all that's doing is putting a couple of
Right, it's barbecue time now. We're gonna go head round and when I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna be using solid bags. As you can see here, this is just a tied one what I've already got with crushed live system. That's what it's like. I'm just using a simple white live system pop-up, and the reason why I've whittled it down is because more attraction can get sucked out of the pop-up and the fish will get drawn to it. This is what I've been using in my solid bags. It's just been really crumbed down live system, and it smells really sweet because you've got the different like attractors of like the seeds and stuff inside the live system. It smells gorgeous. It's a very simple rig to tie with a size 10 fang unit and a knotless knot with some armour link and some footer to counterbalance that pop-up. I'm gonna head round to the barbecue, eat a burger, and fingers crossed I can get a bite. The guys further up the bank were catching some absolutely stunning fish. Look at this one what Jamie caught, it's an absolute beast.
James, you live? You're on.
Right, I caught this one last night on a solid bag on a citrus zest pop-up, crushed live system, and I've got Iain with me who taught me how to do it.
It's only James Jr. We're live with James Jr. at Trent View Fisheries. And he's, how big was it? 13?
£13 too.
On a solid bag.
Yeah.
With all those products that he's just plugged meticulously. So CC Moore will be quite happy. But that is a cracker. And he's a cracker. It's a bit muddy, but he doesn't seem to care. There's more mud in his bivvy than outside. But he's just caught that, and it looks massive because he's tiny, and he's got the smallest vast waders on I've ever seen. The feet are about that big. That's awesome. And you're awesome, aren't you?
Yeah.
Lives and breathes carp fishing, this boy, as you've probably seen from his blogs before. So I'm made up that he got one, and on a solid bag. Nice.
Getting! Right, it's coming to the end of the session now. Finally I've got Ting Tong on my blog. Finally I've snared you, and also with my £13 2 mirror. I'm really happy that I've caught something on your tips about the solid bags and like the short hook links and the lead core.
Now what did I get off you?
I don't know.
What did I nick out your bivvy?
A mini roll.
Mini roll, as they would say up Yorkshire. A mini roll. I stuck my head in the bivvy and he's making a solid bag. I'm like, James, you got any munchies? There you go, Tom, there's mini roll. So I nicked a mini roll off him. But so yeah, he's took on board the tips yesterday from the carp school weekend. He's made some solid bags and he caught a 13-pounder last night, which on James looks about 25 because he's tiny and he holds them out like that. But we've had a great weekend, haven't we?
Yeah.
And I hadn't fished with him or seen him to fish with since Ladywood, which was a good few years ago, and the Sky Sports thing.
Right.
That was about 4 years ago. That was
like the first.
That was when you were only 2 foot tall, as opposed to now being 3'6" tall. Everybody doesn't know what he looks like under the hat, but that's what he looks like under the hat. But we need to start a campaign to get James a hat that fits him, because it obviously keeps coming down like that.
Keeps going like this.
Like that, which is actually a better look because you can't see him then. But he is an absolute diamond to spend time with. He's so funny. And yesterday we were doing all the solid bags, And I was sitting, everyone was around the bucket, all the bags, and he's like that, like a foot from the bucket. So much so that I thought he wanted to get in the bucket at one stage. Such is his thirst for learning about everything to do with carp, isn't it? Which is great. He's definitely a star of the future. He's a star now. And if you haven't watched any of James's stuff, you should do. Because that smile is priceless, because he gives it one of them. Yeah, come on.